everybody, and welcome back. In today's video, we have some massive leaked images like this one right here, where we're going to go through, deconstruct, and have a look at what snippets of information we can see from these screenshots of today's update. You are getting an exclusive look of what is coming in just a few hours. But before we get started, make sure to hit that sub button like right there. We currently have 31.8% of subscribers watching this channel, and if we get all the way up to 40%, I'm going to do the biggest giveaway I've ever done. Bearing in mind, I gave away to 5 lucky winners 11,000 company coins. When we hit 30%, 40% is going to be even bigger. Also, I'll be streaming this update over on Twitch, and if you want to join me, make sure to drop a follow. The link is down in the description. I also give away 5,000 company coins at the end of every Twitch live stream. Now, we have multiple images to go through, plus some leaked information, which we can absolutely confirm from the devs. But first image, and I think an insanely impressive image, is this one right here. Because we can see that the boat, where it said there was a 100% chance of success, or 110%, did not succeed. They did not transport it in the correct location. It has broken into 3, smashed into the dam, and we can see right here there seems to be what I would guess as the entrance to this new map. If I was to hazard my bets, I would say this is an entrance. This is all open and then leads you up here. So if I was to hazard a guess, I would say you probably got one mini map here, and then you have like this up here with, maybe for the fact it's out of the dam, you might get like an entrance into the dam. I'm not sure about that, but it definitely seems like it's an area like Haunted Mansion, where you have like the mansion itself, but there's like the area around it, rather than being like one linear place, like say the sewers, which you go from A to B. I will say you can kind of easily see the route that you're going to be taking up to here, which is really cool. You can see that there's something has happened to the water. It's like all oily now, so it's not going to be the same clean blue water that we had before. This looks quite destroyed and horrible. This does have the reeds, so if you remember, I pointed out in my last video that the entrance in the new spawn area had those kind of like reeds there. That definitely is like a link here. This is going to be the new lake adventure map. I mean, you've got the lake weeds. Like, these are literally like the, I can't think what they're called, but the plants you associate with a lake. You can kind of see that this on the side encloses this space. There's like stone on the right, trees on the left, I guess, with this kind of material texture of what I'm guessing is meant to be the top of trees, but it just kind of looks a bit blocky. This might be an earlier version screenshot, I don't know, but it does seem to confirm what I said, where you're going to have these separate enclosed areas, which will go through that like tunnel bit. I don't know if it will spawn in, like load in like a big scary type deal, or whether it will be connected, but you can see here that this is going to be part of the new spawn area. One thing I can 100% confirm, as well as this has been confirmed by the devs, is that we are getting the new spawn area. That is happening today. Goodbye, old area. We had the events thing where the guy said that this was the last time in this spawn area. I'm not jumping into VR today, by the way. It's too hot. I'm literally dying in this flat. I have a fan on and I'm just struggling so much. But I also really want to deconstruct these images. So it is what it is, okay? But one thing I will say is they have changed the dam, because this was not here before as well. If you see this, these block bits, the dam currently is like a smooth texture. So I wonder if this might be like a door on the side. Either side, maybe have a door into the dam. That would be very cool. It is all broken though, which may be what leads to some kind of leakage, because if you remember, you had the image of the electronics and that was very flat. And that's not going to be this part of the boat, because that's not in water. And it's not going to be this part of the boat, because that's like that. So the water would be up to a point, not flat. So same with that one. That's sticking up. So I guess the area where the original screenshot was taken. Wait, let me get the image up. This image right here, because if you look, everything is a very flat surface. I'm trying to look at this more. That could be metal, that could be concrete, to be fair. But this all looks extremely flat. It's not like rocked like the boat is up or down. Like that is like down. Like there, you'd have the electrics coming off the side and they would just sink into water. Same with that one. And that one's not in water. So I think the electrical area might be somewhere else. If I was to hazard a guess, I would probably say it's going to be in the dam. But we also don't know what they've done to the other side of this. Maybe it's just some kind of like... Well, I did say dams, they're there to build electricity, so you never know. Anyway, I'm sure you guys are sick and tired of me yabbering on about this one, so let's go to the next image. Boom! That is the top view of the dam, which, if we scroll down here, I know it's a bit pixelated, you can kind of see this is a longer kind of beachy area. Can I just say as well, this is my first time deconstructing these images. I opened them this morning when I woke up and I literally blitzed through all 4. There are 4 of these images. I blitzed through all 4 and then just kind of went, cool, and I'll look at that later. Looking at this, it does mean the top area is still water. They haven't changed that. You can see what I mean about this kind of like textures over here blocking it in. That doesn't have anything on the other side. We just can't see to the left though, or the right. It's covered on both sides if there's a door or something. But that is the front bit of the ship, which is kind of cool. The ship is obviously smashed, rusty, and all that kind of stuff. You can see the spill. I'm guessing they're going for like an oil spill type thing. But yeah, so you have the kind of beach there. You have some trees. We can't really see. It's just, they've just taken the screenshot just ever so slightly in the perfect angle that you can't see what you want to look at. I want to look slightly to the left, slightly to the right, and see if there was a door or anything. But you never know. They could be in the bottom of the boat and opening, or there could be something this side that we can't even see that has something cool that we just don't know. Anyway, next one. This is very interesting. That looks like water over there. This, I can't even tell what it is material-wise, but there's a light that says vent access, and we just know they're going for horror. We know they're cooking for something scary, and we just know that this is going to be terrifying. Oh my God, I'm so scared just looking at this. They do have a light that shines away, but I feel like it's going to be a dark space. Oh my God. Does anybody else genuinely kind of terrified? Like vent access... It's just so ominous. Such an ominous setting that you have this like grass patch that leads up. The fact that you can get a sliver of water there, I find really intriguing. I feel like that could be here, but it's dark. Why is it dark? Where could that be located? This is definitely from the same map area, but like somewhere it's going to get dark. And it's going to be an entrance. Maybe this is inside of the boat? No. It doesn't look... It looks really big. Like, if we think we're going to fit in there, this looks massive. So maybe it's within where the electrical stuff is. Maybe this is just somewhere within it. And then you have this image, which... I mean, it could be a boat. There's like sparks and stuff around, so it could be the broken boat. I mean, if we're going that it's like something within the dam, it could be where the boats crashed on that and it's all the electronics. There, I can't even speak properly. What I do find really interesting with this screenshot, and what I do know that has also, I can 100% confirm it right here, right now, is that we are getting underwater. I can't even speak this morning. Underwater movement. Underwater movement is coming for use in the new environment. That is right. I can confirm that. That is 100%. So I think we're going to be doing some swimming, which I am super curious to, if A, they're just going to bring over the fish, you know, the fish with the glowy thing, if they're going to bring that over, or if that creepy noise in the trailer was in fact a new kind of like fish. I've seen I Reborn had a thumbnail with a crocodile, and that would be sick if they did it as like a crocodile, because they do call it a lake adventure, or they could do something else that's like a big leech. That would be terrifying. I am very scared because I can't swim downwards. I can't flap downwards. Nobody's willing to help like tell me how to do it. But yes, flapping downwards is a real issue that I have. But that is the last image. Trying to deconstruct it and look for any kind of like hidden information is a bit of a no. I can't really see anything here. Unfortunately, I can't make out anything here. Otherwise, the only other thing that we know came from Coda that said that they are nerfing the hook shocks. We don't know yet how they're nerfing the hook shocks. If I was to hazard a guess, it would be one of a couple of ways. One, it doesn't like shoot as far. Two, it can't hook onto certain materials. Or three, it has a certain amount of usages and then it breaks. I mean, unless you guys can think of any other ways, or it could be all of them or multiple. Unless you guys can think of any other ways they could nerf it, but I can't think off the top of my head than those three. So I actually think that's a massive L. I think the hook shot is really what makes Animal Company stand out from other games like Gorilla Tag and like Scary Baboon and stuff like that. I think that is like a real core part of what makes this game good. You could argue that it makes it less scary because you can hook shot on the ceiling, but I think like, yeah, it's true. It is true. But I don't like horror. I'm a scaredy cat, okay? It terrifies me. So I like having that option to just onto the ceiling if I need to. But maybe it's just a number of hook shots. That would be kind of cool. If it was me, I would do it that you have like 10 hook shots or 5 and then it breaks, because then I can still use it to get away if it gets scary. But I can't abuse it. Do you know what I mean? You go on a run and you can't like abuse. You have to like think about how many times and when is appropriate to use it, rather than just hook shot on the whole way like we do now. But I really don't know. It'd be really interesting to see what they do. And yeah, if you guys want to join me in a couple hours for the new update, make sure you come over to Twitch, drop a follow. I do go live on YouTube, but you can't get into the room code if you're watching on YouTube. So make sure to come over to Twitch. And anyway, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later for the live stream. Goodbye.